going on. You know, the signs that were up at Santa Monica Boulevard that said no turns between whatever until 5 a.m. were supposed to prevent turning into turning. And I understand residents, you know, kind of clamping down about cruising in vehicles and everything because it was heavy traffic at hours that it shouldn't have been. So back to Melrose. So then it grew into this very highly concentrated cruisiness. 3 a.m. deep late into the night, kind of like I said, the post 2 a.m. that was going on in Vaseline Alley or whatever was not like Sunrise City, okay, over here on Melrose, because this Melrose concentration of cruising was so heavy and so late that this, you know, ended at sunrise, and we'll get to that. So again, heavy concentration of action going on here. Vehicular, not what do they call it? You know, curbside. And again, you guys, you know, like I said, touching on cruising, I mean, y'all got to get out of your mind if you don't know that this is not like snarling, drooling people like whizzing by each other, you know, glaring or accosting each other on the sidewalk. We're friendly folks for the most part, slowly driving by, smiling, you know, what are you doing? Oh gosh, I'm just wasting gas. You know, and plus y'all, you know, straight people had like 90% of the places to go to hook up with people because we had 10% of the bars. Remember, you know, straight bars are like what, every 30 feet in LA? Well, we had a handful. Yeah, they were scattered, but there was only really a handful. So of course, what are we gonna do? You have that option, we don't. It doesn't excuse it, but it puts it into a hell of a context. So anyway, another little story of Sean in that time at a place where I used to frequent way back when I was a child, when it was nothing but empty storefronts and like carpenters making chairs. Then into the 80s, which was explosive. Every store that you can Google, 80s Melrose, I was there, I lived there, you know, big surprise. So, chance encounter with a state trooper, I think I put that in the preview. So this concentration of stuff is going on for a few years, for me, a couple, and there's this beautiful state trooper, and this is now, you know, late, like after 3 for that place, it was late. And he's in a white off-duty, well, I think it was off-duty, pristine Dodge truck. And, you know, you pull up next to each other or whatever, you park or whatever. And I knew he was a state trooper. He had his hat, brim hat, next to us, and his jacket was off. And so we, like, you know, ostensibly have this visit, right? Car to car, person to person. But we start talking, and this is frequently what happens for folks that are either after the hunt and not the unliving, figuratively speaking, that they're looking for something misplaced, that they don't really know if that's really the SEX that they really, really want. Is it SEX? So this chance encounter turns into this kind of bonding thing. He's closeted, he's married, he's a California state trooper, not exactly LGBT friendly at the time in the 80s, late 80s. And he's knowing, you know, vaguely of my situation. I never went out and, you know, bullhorned ET, good God. But there was lots of other things in my life, as you know, after 1,600 videos to talk about. And we talked them, and he talked his. And we did this with no visiting until sunrise, until, again, late for that area. We're talking 5 a.m. easy. And our situation draws to a close. There's no kiss. Yeah, there was some flirtation, but sort of like a human being to human being kind of chemistry, not like, you know, coy bullshit. So that was it. It ended. So, you know, I'll give you a slice of everything there, from the wooden sawhorses, you know, in the alley behind Drake's, to these tender moments with a state trooper, you know, 1 block or 2 from Fairfax, where I grew up, Fairfax and Sunset, like, I don't know, yards away. Okay, this has gone over, I know you guys, but I just really wanted to pack in as much as I could about a topic that you're never going to hear about. I mean, there's a lot of reasons I share this stuff with you, but one tiny reason is you're never going to hear this shit from people. You name me something or someone. Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks as always, as I always say, for letting me share with you, for tolerating my time and stories. And I hope you are, I don't know, good to yourself for the next at least 24 hours until I see you again. Have I made like air quotes enough in this show? Okay. So anyway, like I said, I'll let you go. Have a good one. Bye.